Estés Aaron con anetcomputers.com otro video para ti hoy. I'm going to try to keep this video down to a minimum, and I need to run. I've got 24 minutes and I got to get to the store. I just got out of the shower, so I've got shower hair. Dislike this video. Do not comment because you can't. Do not subscribe to my YouTube channel. Alright, we got that out of the way. I'm a computer repair technician and I work every day 6-8 hours, whatever, until I go insane and, you know, just black out, or, well, that's a bad term, but whatever. I white out and cracker out, pale skin European out, so I don't know everything about technology. I know the YouTube technology shills claim they know everything, they act like they know everything, but I really doubt that they do. Instant tethering. Just learning about it, and so I'm going to learn from this. Google, the evil Google, has now released instant tethering for more of their Chromebooks. I think today or within the last couple of days they rolled it out to 15 more Chromebooks and maybe and other devices or whatnot. So, and I'll show you on screen. Accessing the web on Chromebooks without a Wi-Fi access point. Now this is out of Google's cache. When you try to access this URL, it's a Google blog post, it's gone. So I don't know what that is about, but it's still accessible via the cache. So Google released a statement today, and here it is, and then let's discuss it. Alright, so let's start from the top. What is tethering? I'm sure you know what tethering is. Tethering is when you can take an Android or an iPhone, a dumb device, and then share out its internet. I've tethered, I had a HTC 626S, couldn't tether because it was locked. I think so. Yeah, I couldn't tether with it. My other Samsung Galaxies, I don't even think I tried. I had an associate, 4 years ago, 5 years ago now, something like that, that had a dumb device and he didn't know how to tether it. I performed a quick internet search and I got it to tether, but you had to go through all these steps. You'll click here, click there, set a password if you want, blah blah blah. Okay, so it can be a pain in the ass. I don't know about now, 5 years later, if it's still a pain in the ass, but when I tethered that one device, I thought it was a pain in the ass, and I did get it figured out, but it wasn't like it was like boom, you know, touch, boom, bam, you're on the internet. No. Now with instant tethering, it's supposed to be much easier and quicker. Accessing the web on Chromebooks without a Wi-Fi access point. So if you have a Chromebook and you don't have access to a Wi-Fi connection, library, McDonald's, Starbucks, those are all free, hotel, just whatever reason. Well, what you can do is you can connect to the internet via someone else's dumb device, a smartphone. Okay, so Chromebooks, and let's see. Okay. It's not always a guarantee, that's true. It depends on where you're at, and sometimes the Wi-Fi signal sucks anyways. Instant tethering. It's available on more Chromebooks. So I just explained it. You're able to connect via the internet over an Android. It looks like maybe it's only Android? Yeah, well, duh. I was getting ahead of myself. See? Apple is the creator of the maker of the iPhone, so they probably wouldn't let you connect from a Chromebook to an Apple device. So that makes sense. Google created an Android operating system. Well, I don't want to digress about how a lot of these tech giants steal ideas, and most of their ideas are not theirs and they're not original. But anyways, I don't want to digress about that. Alright, quickly. Alright. So the Android must be paired, and then the tethering must be enabled on the Android, and obviously the Android has to have internet access, mobile internet. Yeah, see, you have to turn on the hotspot, then you have to set a SSID, and then you have to set a password, just like a wireless router. And then you have to go on the device and then open the other device's connection. You have to type in the SSID correctly, and then you have to type in the password and blah 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 blah, and then even then it doesn't always work. So okay. Instant tethering. You can pair your Android phone with your Chromebook during an initial setup process, and then according to this Google blog post that just disappeared, but I'll read from it because it was still available via the cache, so you know what I'm saying? And then it's only a single click after that, allegedly. It says when your Chromebook detects that it doesn't have a Wi-Fi access point, it will provide notification that you have a connection via a mobile device. Instant tethering is activated once you click the connect button. So you get notified. It must scan with physics, it must scan for radio waves, looking for a Wi-Fi signal. It doesn't find one, but it finds a mobile signal, a tethered Android, and then it notifies you, and then you click on connect, and then I'm assuming that's where you would have to enter in the SSID. Well, you can hide SSIDs, the broadcast SSID. Okay. Instant tethering will automatically disconnect if it detects 10 minutes of no activity. Okay. Alright, so you just click the connect button. And here's a graphic image. Let me see if I can make it larger, and maybe that'll help. So here's what they're talking about. Here, Wi-Fi is available via phone. Wi-Fi available via phone. Data connection available from your Pixel 3 XL. So it notifies you. And then you click on the blue connect, and you know what I'm saying? But because of security, I would think you would have to know the SSID and the password. I would think you'd have to have, unless, I mean, I think you can tether an Android and not set a password. Although I wouldn't recommend that because anybody could use it. But it might be possible. Anything else here? Okay, so it was only available on a few devices until today, until February 4th of 2019. I think that's the official release. Well, that's what the date stamp on the blog post is and was, but the blog post disappeared. There was one website that linked to it, which that's good. That's good to link directly to the source. But when I clicked on it, I got a 404 error. Well, all I did was do a quick Google search. I used Google to look for Google, and I found the blog post, but it still gave me a 404. But then I right-clicked on the link, and then I chose cached. But cached copies don't last forever, so I'm lucky. It may disappear in a few minutes or a few hours or a few days. Who knows? And I fucking have no idea why Google pulled that blog post. I have no idea. Maybe it's some kind of a mistake or error, or I have no idea. I just report. You decide. You tell me to shut the fuck up. Oh, that's right. You can't comment to tell me to shut the fuck up. So you're just stuck with me for now. Motherfuckers. But now... Oh, so originally you could only instant tether with the Pixelbook and Pixel slates that were paired with either Pixel or Nexus phones. So now instant tethering includes 15 additional Chromebook models and 30 cell phone models. So now they rolled it out to 45. I'm assuming it is. How old are those devices? I'm assuming it's some kind of a software update to enable it, or you know what I'm saying? And then Google claims that they're going to bring this service or this technology or whatever you want to refer to it as in the coming months to more devices. I don't know if that will occur or not. Now we're going to get to the more technical aspects. So we're going to go up and there's an initial setup process. Okay, and I will probably link, well, no, I'm not going to link to the original blog post because it is not available. I found it via cache, and usually it's not a good idea on your blog post or on your website or even on a YouTube video description to leave uniform resource locators that are defunct or they don't work. That's bad. That's bad for business, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, as a search engine, I've studied search engine optimization and internet marketing, and that's just one of the things that you want to try to avoid. Yeah, I don't want to digress about that, but it's always a good idea to make sure your links are valid and working. YouTube, I'm digressing. I mean, I could make an entire video about that small subject, but whatever. Okay, so let me show you I will link to the instructions if you're curious, and you know what I'm saying. Now, these are the instructions. Connect your Android phone to your Chromebook. Okay, what are you going to need? You're going to need Chrome operating system version 7.1 and up, so you're going to need to know what that means. Chrome operating system. It's not Android operating system. Chrome operating system version 7.1 and up. I don't know or 71? Is that 71? Or I think that's 71. The Android operating system, they have numbers and they have names. 7 is Nougat, but I don't know if Chrome operating system has names, nicknames. They might. So you can laugh at me, you can, consider me being an idiot, and then you can definitely dislike this video if the Chrome operating system has nicknames just like the Android operating system. Quite frankly, I don't give a fuck about the nicknames. I've always thought that was stupid and confusing, but whatever. And the names are stupid. They're always junk food related. They're not, well, how come the first Android operating system wasn't named after banana, and then orange, and then apple, and then, peach, or carrot, or cucumber, or something healthy, something productive. But now it's got to be junk. Kit Kat, marshmallow, or whatever. Processed garbage that's not healthy for you. Okay, I think that's enough. I showed you it, and then I'm going to go and hopefully I can get through it. Let's see, I got 11 minutes. Now I can always stop the recording and concatenate these two videos. I don't like doing that. Okay, let's go through it. So you need Chrome operating system version 7.1 and up, Android version L-MR1 and up, a Google account, okay, that you're going to have to sign into your Google account both on your phone and Chromebook. So you have to be signed into your Google account on both devices, so it syncs. That's the same scenario that you would use if you wanted to try to print on a Chromebook. I learned that one. Anyways, I should make a video about that. You can print on Chromebooks, but it's quite a bit different than a lot of the other, like printing on a laptop or desktop or tablet, but you use a Google account anyways. So I am kind of familiar with this now, part of these instructions. All right, okay. Yeah, those features might be locked if you have a work or a school book, Chromebook. Okay, then what you do is connect your phone during the setup. So when you set up your Chromebook for the first time is then when you can connect your phone. All right, and here's the instructions. So then your phone would have smart lock turned on. Now, but that's if you just bought a brand new Chromebook. At that time, then you can connect your phone, and then you could, if it's a compatible. Again, remember, there's only 45 devices. Well, 45 new. I don't know off the top of my head how many originally were. There were only a few. 4 total or something like that. So I would say 45, maybe 49, maybe 50, somewhere around there. So you're going to have to go out and get off your lazy ass, and if you want to instant tether with your Chromebook and a Android, you're going to have a compatible Android, and then you're going to have a compatible Chromebook. So you're going to have to study. I'm not going to fucking hold your goddamn fucking hand all the time. I have 8 minutes. So then, now, if you don't do it when you first get your Chromebook, you can do it anytime. I have really in my opinion, they confuse people. I'm a computer repair technician. That's all I do all day, and I can fix a lot of different. Believe it or not, I could. Span out and cover a larger horizon. I choose not to because, you know what I'm saying? But I could support Androids. I am allowed to on this third-party website. Once in a while I do, but a lot of times I don't like to. But I could. I have used Androids for, how many years did I have one? About 4.5 years, 5 years, something like that. To me, they shouldn't have written these instructions this way, because since I have to deal with end users every day, all day long, 6-8 hours, they get confused. Anything can confuse them, and shit like this I definitely think would confuse them. They'd be like, well, what do you mean initial setup, or what do you mean? Just I can already envision it, but whatever. So you don't have to tether, you don't have to enable the instant tethering feature when you first get your Chromebook. You can do it then, and even I would think it's a good idea to do it then. Just get it out of the way, get it working, and maybe you'll have less problems, because in that later down the road, updates could fuck up instant tethering, or, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. Or even updates on your Android might fuck up instant tethering. I can already see, I'm a repair technician, I can already, start thinking logically, okay, well, what if this happens, and then what if that happens, and then, oh shit, then you don't have internet. Okay, so quickly, I got 6 minutes. Connect your phone anytime. It gives you instructions. You select the time at the bottom right, then you go into settings, and then under connected device, you go next to the Android phone and select setup. What else? You have to enter your password. And then you go on your Chromebook, under enabled, and then it allows you to turn on that feature. Disconnect your phone. That gives you instructions on how to disconnect that feature on your phone. You may want to turn it off, and it gives you instructions. So, what you can do is, if you don't want to ever connect that Chromebook to that phone again, if you don't want to allow that Chromebook to instant tether, what you can do is you can remove that Chromebook. It's called forget phone. Remove it by selecting forget phone. Interesting. So yeah, you can enable it and then disable it. Maybe somebody is using your instant tethered Android and you don't want them to, or they're using up a lot of your metered connection and it's costing you a lot of money, or just for whatever reason. So that's it. Those were the instructions. They're to me, they're pretty easy. When I used Androids, I could go out and get an Android, and I could go out and get a Chromebook, and I would research it. I would do the proper studying, and I would get, both of them would be compatible. and I could probably get that shit up and running in a couple minutes. But there is no guarantees in information technology. I know you got the dumb shit marketing, even the YouTube technology shills. They want you to think that everything is easy in information technology. That's no. It's the opposite. It's the opposite. You think that things are easy, they're not. And then even with that confusing bullshit, you know what I'm saying? To me, they need to explain the differences. You know what I mean? But they did use Word anytime, but I just, whatever. Anything else? I got 3 minutes, but community, anybody comment on this? I've never, believe it or not, I don't support, well, it's a paradox. Why did it, I went back and then oh, there it is. I don't really support Chromebooks, but I do. It's a paradox. Yeah, I don't even know if, I need to look into that. I don't know if this third-party website, the software that they have. Now, there is remote connection software for Chromebooks. Yeah, it's out there. And actually, my second favorite, believe it or not, this third-party website's remote connection software, it works pretty fucking good. Although should I talk about that? Maybe on another time. I'm strapped for time, pun intended. I got to roll in 3 minutes. 2 minutes and counting. I only support Chromebooks, like maybe if they're slow, because there's some, I think there might be Seat Cleaner for Chromebook. There's a popular remote connection software for Chromebook. I don't think this third-party website's in-house, or, well, I think it's a third-party remote connection software. I don't think it works on Chromebook. Because there's another piece of software that has to get installed in order for the remote connection software to work. So, and then same thing on Apple Macintosh, a third-party software has to get installed first, otherwise it won't work. But Chromebook, you can print on them, so I've made money supporting that. I've learned how it works. I don't have a Chromebook, but again, I have experiences with technology, so that allows me, since I have experience with other types of technology, then it allows me to actually help people when I don't even have the device. I've never owned a Chromebook. I've never owned a Macintosh computer, and yet I can make some money with it. I can support it to a certain extent. I don't know everything. Certain tasks I shy away because I just don't have the experience, and it's just not worth it, or it's just I couldn't help them because I'm ignorant in that avenue. 1 more minute. So Google is rolling out instant tethering to 45 more devices, 30 Chromebook models and 15 cell phones. Or did I get that wrong? I think I got that wrong. I think it was 15 additional Chromebooks and 30 cell phones. Well, cell phones, Androids. So that's instant tethering, and then I will include a link to the instructions, and you can read it, and you'll learn something. You'll learn how it actually works. I got to run, literally. Now, I don't have to run, but this is when I normally leave, so